What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4, the most magical channel here on YouTube. At least I like to say so. It's Krista here, and if it's your first time, welcome to my channel, and if not, welcome back, you guys. I love having you here. Thank you for being here. And yeah, today's video, I'm super excited to be bringing you an updated version of what your future self wants you to know. Oh yeah. So I'm also super stoked, guys, to be bringing you guys this version of it because I'm using a new deck that I won from the lovely Danielle Noel. It's a beautiful deck, by the way, if you're able to get your hands on it. The Ocean Dreams Oracle, a Mystic Oracle by Danielle Noel. I believe we can get it. Tarot Stack, I think, has it. I'm not affiliated or anything like that. Although, if Tarot Stack wants to sponsor me, hello, holler at your girl. But yes, love this deck. By the way, it's beautiful. The energy of it is amazing. High quality. Of course, she makes one of my favorite tarot decks in the world. Anyways, back to this. What this reading is. I do want to start off by always saying, please beware of scammers. I think I'm going to have a graphic up by now to say, please beware of scammers out there. I believe they're out there mostly on Instagram, although I do see them pop up on TikTok, luckily, knock on wood. This isn't wood, but luckily I haven't been impersonated on TikTok yet, but I know they're out there. So I will never ever DM you for a personal reading. Keep that in mind. I will never be messaging you things like that about like I thought about you, spirit came to me, blah blah blah. Like I will never do that. So if you guys want a reading, you can reach out to me personally. I only have one tarot Instagram. That's Carissa, spelled just like this. No extra letters, none of that jazz. No extra spaces, nothing. No weird things. It's always linked in my description box down below, in my link tree as well. So yes, and like I said, I'm working on getting them on my Etsy shop when I get around to it. So anyways, let's get to your reading, shall we? We have 4 groups per usual, guys, for you to choose from, and you can choose from 4 different ways. Now, actually 8 different ways. Is it 8? 16? I don't know. I can't do math right now. These are the ways you can pick. You can pick by the card. You can pick by the squishy. You can pick by both. You can pick by the timestamp. Whatever floats your boat, okay? Group number 1, we've got no regrets or the taco. So there you go. Group number 2, we have the Unveiling. Beautiful card as well. Or the French fry squishy. Group number 3, we have Akashic Waters. They're all beautiful. Or the pizza. Group number 4, you guys have the Source or the Cheeseburger. Whoa. So as usual, guys, pause the video here, take all the time you need to, oh my gosh, look at what time it is, y'all. Take all the time you need to pick your group, or yeah, we always start off with the energy check. So if you find that you don't resonate with the energy check section, go ahead and pick another group, and I will meet you at your reading. What's up, group 1? If you chose the taco squishy or the no regrets card, or the no regrets card, I should say, welcome to your reading. We're gonna go ahead and pop your squishy right there. And I will talk about this card in just, actually, Yeah, we'll talk about that card soon. Right off the bat, I'm hearing, I don't know what the song is called. I know the song, I just don't know what it's called. And I'm not sure why I'm hearing the song, so bear with me. It's just like, I think it's Missy Elliott singing this part, saying, I don't want your man, but I got it like that. And it's a matter of fact. I don't know that part. I know I'm a horrible singer, so I apologize. If I figure it out, I will put it somewhere on the screen. But that, I don't know if that's significant or a confirmation for somebody. But and I'm not even sure if that has to do with the reading. But when I was actually pulling your cards for your energy check section, I was getting so distracted. So some of you might be like squirrel brain, my neurodivergent people as well. But yeah, I felt like super distracted. My mind was kind of going all over the place, singing multiple songs. I don't even know what the songs are, to be honest with you. I don't remember them. But yeah, we have this no regrets card, and it just makes me think of that commercial where the guy gets a tattoo, but it's spelled wrong. So I just feel like it's just so distracted, which maybe you guys need to be reminded that there's something that you need to pay attention to. You know, there's something that your attention needs to be focused on. So let's just dive into your energy check section to see. This is your current energy, and then I'm going to have your future, and then the middle part will be like the shift that takes place, okay? So we have, for your current energy, we have the bear. And this is a earth card. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. You don't have to, this doesn't have to be like your sun, moon, rising per se, but you might have these qualities or placements, might be a layer of confirmation for you. We have number 31, Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. And freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Okay. And let's go here first. Future energy. We have the Firefly, which is an air card. And that is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Again, you don't have to be those signs. 61, Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I definitely feel like if you are neurodivergent, I feel like sometimes you definitely make light of it. Like you make fun of things. You have a lot of fun with it. And I just, for some reason, I'm seeing Charlie Brown in the classroom, and then like the teacher, when they're like, wah, 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 wah. It's kind of like how you pay attention in class. Sometimes it's so boring and you just can't focus, you know, because your mind is elsewhere. And not to say that you don't want to be there or anything, maybe you don't, but there's so many things going on. I feel like there's so many things going on. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's reveal this here. We have 41, synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to new reality. I love this as well. Okay. So the no regrets card, I actually pulled more so for like what your future self wants you to know part of the reading. So I will pull back to that soon enough. The synergy card more so has to do with the shift between your current and your future self. So keep that in mind here as we go through your spread. But yeah, I'm using less cards than I would have wanted to, because I wanted to really focus on what your future self wants you to know, rather than who you are and who you will become. Basically, right now, in who you are basically, I keep saying basically. Do you say that a lot? Overthinking. It feels like a fresh start, like you're just waking up, but it's like kind of that groggy feeling where you're moving a little bit slower, but you're ready to learn, you know, at that same point. Like it is kind of like a slower moving energy with the bear, but like at that same point you are ready to learn, ready to get going, you know. It's like this fresh start, and part of you is just headstrong and stubborn in terms of like moving forward in your growth process, which is why this groundhog spirit's coming up. Time to let go. There's certain things that you're holding on to that you need to let go of. Certain processes, certain thought processes, in that sense. When I say processes, certain beliefs that are maybe holding you back and keeping you stagnant in your growth. Maybe you're a little too rigid in terms of moving forward and thinking. I do feel like overall you do have like a pretty sunny disposition, as long as people don't get on your bad side. Um, do some of you get hangry? Like if like, you know, you don't get fed right away, not like people have to feed you, but you know what I mean? If you don't eat in time, you can get this hangry energy. I'm just getting like that Snickers commercial where like, you know, like when Danny DeVito shows up and like he's really grouchy, and then like they're like, here, have a Snickers bar, and then he eats a Snickers bar, and then they turn into like a princess or something. But yeah, it's kind of the energy I'm getting. But you really understand too. Brave might be a significant movie for you guys also, in terms of like learning that old ways will not solve problems today. You know, sometimes we have to innovate and take new approaches to things, and it's okay to let go of old practices despite it being a tradition, or you know, something that's been practiced so long. And it's okay to pave your own way and you know, be the first one to do things, innovate, and like be a game changer, you know. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, you understand, like you don't need someone else's rules or dictations to decide how you go about achieving the life that you want to live. But there's a part of you too that holds on to certain beliefs that, you know, you think you have to go about things a certain way, and you know, I think that part of you, that part holds you back in certain aspects, because I think you're not ready to let go of certain things. And it's okay to take the time with it, you know. It's okay to grieve it a little bit, because that's been a part of your life for so long. But knowing that, you know, when the groundhog pops his head back up again after, you know, the 2 weeks or whatever, is it 2 weeks after when it comes back up to make sure its shadow's gone or whatever? I'm probably butchering that tradition, but it's, you know, time to move on. It's time to move forward to the next season. And that's exactly what you're doing with this bear energy, moving forward, looking forward. See how the bear is looking forward and ready to have the sun shine and bring about your happiness and your freedom, and you have that power within you. Your future energy here, I just feel like it's this buzzing energy of happiness and light and inspiration about you. You know, people really look to you, and though you might feel really small, I think like the reason why a part of you doesn't want to let go of certain things is because you don't want to be a small fish in a big pond. You kind of like being a big fish in a small pond. You know, you want to be noticed and recognized, and that's part of your ego. But you know, we all face that. You know, it's a human thing, and it's totally normal, you know, for you to feel that way. However, you know, for you to grow and be what you want to be and achieve the things that you want, a life that you want to build, it's time for you to fly, you know. It's time for you to grow wings, and you're not going to stay small forever, you know. You will grow. as long as you allow yourself to go there. And so with this firefly energy, I just feel like you're going to really start sparking this inspiration, this creative energy, and just waking up even more so, and not just, you know, embracing the awakening that you've already started, but also inspiring others to wake up as well. This little spark and light that you have going on, you know, though it's small, it is very bright and mighty. Can you see like just how radiant that light is around this firefly? And turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, you know, allowing yourself that grace to move forward and learn as you go. You know, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know all the things right off the bat. It's a learning experience. It's a growing experience, and understanding that you have gratitude along the way, with every aspect, every step that you take, every day you are grateful for what you have despite not having the things that you want, you know. Still being grateful for what you have, you know, that's really important moving forward, that your future self is coming through. Accepting, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change, understanding that all of you is amazing, whether or not you believe it. You know, the parts of you that you don't like, you can work on things that you can change, and the parts of you that you can't change, like for instance, say, what's a good example? You can only control you, right? So you can focus on changing you. You cannot control the behaviors or the actions of other people. So say you are in an environment where you're surrounded by people who just damper your mood or bring you down, and it's not a place where you can thrive and grow. You need to put yourself into a position where you can leave and move on to another area, you know? I feel like a turkey does not thrive in the same environment as a groundhog does. You know, like, does that make sense? Or like, say, a firefly doesn't live in the same place as a bear does necessarily. I mean, sometimes they do, but you know what I mean? It's just different. Like, you are going to thrive more in an area where you can shine and grow and be encouraged by other people who are like-minded, who are also doing the things that you aspire to be like and do. And if you surround yourself with people like that, and you go after those things and believe that you can do it, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, this synergy card is the shift in the energy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance, which is this card right here, of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. Embrace that unfamiliar part, and it's so new and exciting that you are going to be able to bring about these things. And that's why I think Brave is such an important movie for you to watch if you haven't watched it before. It's a Disney movie. It might be a little childish, but I think it's a very important message in there for you, in terms of you learning to do things that have never been seen before, going against the grain and breaking tradition and doing things so that, you know, you are able to embrace the unfamiliar parts. You know, it's just about working together and understanding, like, things can happen so that we can move forward and move beyond and still achieve happiness and freedom. You know, it's a new shift, it's a new idea, it's a new future. I don't know why words are so hard. Maybe you have a hard time expressing yourself and a hard time talking about things. I'm sorry if you can hear Turbo. I feel like I have to apologize every time I do a reading. He barks like crazy every single time. But as far as like your current and your future energy, it's you understanding that you have that power and ability to do that, and you start melding the two together. You don't shun yourself for not, you know, you don't shun yourself for having a difficult time doing that. You actually embrace that and start working it into your life. Synergy is coming together with yourself and understanding, like, I have what it takes within me already. It's about bringing it out and moving forward into this energy, and you're doing that, you know. it's bringing out these ideas that are hidden beneath the surface. It's like the groundhog is hiding in its hole and it comes out, you know, it's like that energy. And that's kind of what you're doing. So moving into what does your future self want you to know? We have this no regrets card, okay? I want to start with this before I move into these other cards and draw you some tarot. This no regrets card talks a lot about growth, release, redirection, your personal boundaries, and it's asking you, what is your heart really yearning for? Okay, what is it yearning for? What do you want? I'm going to move these out here. Hey group one, sorry, we got cut off. My battery died. So we are actually on the next day, but we are back and we're going to look right into what your future self wants you to know. We're going to just dive right in with the energy of your future self and get you some tarot cards as well as some more oracle cards as well. So let's just take a look here at what your future self wants you to know. I did talk a bit about this no regrets card, about how your future self really wants you to have this growth and release and that some redirection, setting up some personal boundaries as far as like moving forward. What is it that your heart really wants, your deepest desires? What is your heart yearning for to go? You know, where are you going? Don't let yourself have any regrets when you look back on your life as far as like what you wanted to do, what you did or did not do. So let's take a look here. What does your future self want you to know? Spirit is saying to grab the oracle first and then finish with this. So I'm going to put this up here. And then we're going to grab you some energy oracle cards. Guys know I use these all the time. The energy of this particular deck is just so good to me and allows me to get a good channeling here. Okay, we have broken heart reverse. I'm gonna get you one more. What does your future self want you to know? Group one's future self. What does group one's future self want them to know? The sun. And then I want to also get two from this deck here. What does group one's future self want them to know? Does group one's stuck? We have glass box, all eyes on you, scrutiny, entrapment, attention. Okay, let's get you one more from this. What does group one's future self want them to know? Does group one's future self want them? Whoa, hold on. Okay, so we have a couple coming out that I need to take for you. I know I was going to only take two, but these are the two that struck out. So we have afterlife, where are we going now? Transition, transformation, rebirth, and it says it was all a dream. And then we also have sparkling falls. Show yourself unconditional love, self-love, confidence, self-care. So we're going to put this very particularly like so. All right, and then we'll get you some tarot cards, guys. Sorry, it's messy. Okay, I'll fix it after. But did I already shuffle these? Yes, I did. Okay, what does group one's future self want them to know? What does group one's future self, well, does group one's future self want them to know? There's so many cards jumping out at the same time. Does group one's future self want them to know? Does group one's future self want them to know? Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. We also have the Princess of Pentacles coming out as well. Does group one's future self want them to know? Ten of Swords reversed. Group one's future self, want them to know. Six of Cups. What does group one's future self want them to know? Upright. Knight of Swords. Wow. A lot of court cards coming out. One more, please. What does group one's Nine of Swords? Okay. And then, oh, Death appeared out as well. And we'll note that. You have the Three of Swords reversed on the back of your deck. Okay, you guys. So group one, as I was saying, your future self is basically here wanting, oh, we have the french fries making an appearance. Your future self really wants you to know that moving forward into this energy of no regrets, having no regrets, don't allow anyone or anything, as far as like people, places, situations, relationships, hold you back in terms of your growth process, in terms of, you know, directing where you want to go next, the next phase of your life, the next chapter, and the big dreams that you have as far as like where you want to go. Sorry, sky just went under my desk. Going to where you want to go, don't let anything block you from that. You know, if things get a little tough, a little hard, or you feel like, you know, a little stuck in terms of like something isn't going your way, you know, is it really worth your while? You really have to ask yourself, is this what I want? And while some rejections are definitely for your protection and are for redirections, you know, here I am messing things up more. Sometimes blockages are there, and rejections and, you know, people saying no to you are there to really test you and see, I'm so sorry, and see if that thing is what you really want. You know, if you push on and you press on and you persevere, then that really shows the universe that this is something that you really want, rather than you just giving up at the first sight of something being difficult, something being hard, something being thrown your way, an obstacle, something, a task being too difficult, you know. If we give up at the first sign of something being too hard, then clearly we don't want it that bad. You know, clearly it's not something that we really, truly desire in our deepest heart of hearts, you know. And so it's really your future self's asking you to get really honest with yourself and ask yourself, like, is it worth the pain? Is it worth the heartache? Is it worth going through all of these things? Stop feeling like you're in this glass box and all eyes are you. Stop scrutinizing yourself and feeling like people are judging you and looking at you and feeling like, you know, every little move is being judged, because who cares? Who cares what other people are saying or thinking about you? Because the ultimate thing at the very end of it, your future self is saying, is where you are going to be 5, 10, 3, even not even, you know, it could be as little as 2 years from now, 1 year from now. But further down the road, when you look back on this situation or this decision that you have made, are you going to be okay with you, you know, not going after something because you were too afraid of what other people thought? Or are you going to look back and be like, I'm glad I did it, because here I am now standing exactly where I want to be, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went for it, because it was all a dream, you know. It's about you having this rebirth and that transformation. I told you the Death card appeared out in the tarot. And it's about you rising up from the ashes and really taking your experiences and allowing it to make you stronger, allowing it to embolden you, allowing it to really give you the strength that you and resilience that you really need to push forward. You know, understanding, like I said, that you have this gift to really inspire others, you know, this light within you to really spark, not just within yourself, but to also show others that it can be done. You know, that firefly energy that we talked about earlier. being grateful for the things that you have before, you know, looking at the things that you don't. That's really going to allow more things to come your way, and really accepting things. You can't change what other people think or what other people say. You can only change yourself and control yourself. So understanding that, this little shift of perspective, this little shift of how you view things. And yeah, all eyes might be on you, but who cares? Let them watch. The best thing that you can do is show them that, prove them wrong, you know? That's the best thing. It's taking your broken heart and turning it into something powerful. You know, if you look at this card, I feel like with this coming out, you have both the Three of Swords and the Broken Heart in the reverse. There's something that really hurt you in the past, and I feel like it's going to be different for each of you. For some of you, this does not have to even do with like a romantic thing. I think like for majority of you, it's not a romantic broken heart, to be honest with you. There might be like one or two of you, I feel like, in this group where it is definitely. But let me just talk about this main thing that I'm getting right now is like, it feels like someone that you thought was going to be in your corner is just not, you know, and they're not who you thought they were. You thought they were going to be so supportive of everything that you were doing, and you thought they had your back, and it turns out that they're showing their true colors, and that really hurt you. And to be honest with you, it feels like you're kind of dwelling in it. It feels like you're bringing it up too much. It feels like you're talking about it too much. You're feeding that fire too much. Stop doing that. I'm just being shown Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle, and how you feed him the wood, and don't do that. Don't feed that fire. Don't fuel the fire. Instead, fuel the fire that's burning within you to go where you need to go in terms of your inner desires, what it is that you want to accomplish in your life, and let their eyes, this person who really hurt you, who really isn't going to support you in this matter anymore, let them watch you succeed. That's what your future self really wants you to know. It's this energy of you growing into this emotionally mature person, and just understanding that you have the ability to now look at this person and be like, you know what? That's okay that you feel that way. I'm going to do me. Peace and love to you. I'm going to move on. And you're growing, and you're growing. And, you know, you just kind of have your eyes looking back just to kind of make sure you're protecting yourself, you know, so that you don't have your guard down, so to speak. I feel like it's important to keep a defense up in case something gets thrown your way, like a curveball of some sort, or someone tries to bring you down or whatever. I'm not saying to like expect that, but I'm just saying to don't not expect it either. You know what I mean? Just so that it doesn't, I don't know. It feels like this energy of don't expect this person to just leave you alone, being that they're already watching you, and you feel like their eyes are scrutinizing you and talking about you. Clearly they can't let this go. So understanding that you have the authority to not let them hold that power over you. Keep your guard up in the sense that you don't let them have the power over you anymore, to hold space in your heart and in your mind. You know what I mean? Don't give them that power and authority over you in which they dictate what you do with your life, and they dictate how you feel. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So moving into the rest of your spread here, I feel like your future self is just saying it's time for a new beginning. It's time for you to rise up and just really embrace this happiness, embrace this sun energy that you're going into. Really, you know, this person is not going to be draining your energy anymore, and instead you're going to step into your sunshine. You're stepping into your light. The sparkling falls. Show yourself unconditional love, self-love, confidence, self-care, giving yourself that love that you deserve, and just really embracing it. There's a Lizzo song popping up in my head, and I can't remember the title for the life of me. It's actually on my playlist. I'm going to put it up here. It's got an important message there for you that you might want to listen to. So please go ahead and do that. But it's amazing. Lizzo's just amazing in self-empowerment in general. So you might feel called to listen to her as well. But Ten of Swords reversed. It's just about you not letting them, like I said, have that power over you in terms of like hurting you and feeling that betrayal and that loss. It's an ending that had to happen. This is, like I said, this release and setting boundaries. It's also this redirection, you know, going into a path that was meant for you. And coming into this area here, you know, nothing's going to be perfect going into this new beginning that you're embracing and you're coming into, but understanding that you will still be able to sleep at night. You know, you're going to slowly let these fears and anxieties dissipate. You're going to slowly get through this, because typically when you see a Nine of Swords, the person in the picture is like, can't sleep. They're not sleeping like this, you know? But here you are sleeping. And I feel like this is just really reiterating how you're able to slowly let these things go and not let it affect you anymore moving forward. With this Knight of Swords energy, you're like, okay, deuces, then you're going on your way. You know, you're making it happen and you're taking action in your own life and moving forward to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So tap into the Six of Cups energy too, in terms of you giving yourself that self-love and self-care in the best way, bringing yourself joy and happiness in ways that you used to when you were younger. You know, Six of Cups for me is this joyful, soulful energy. Sometimes it's also a soulmate card for me as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if you came into contact with either a childhood friend that you were really close with before, or soul family of some kind from past life. That would be really interesting to see that as well. Somebody that you're meant to bring back into your life. And that was only meant to happen had you, you know, let go of this person who's not meant to be there anymore, you know, not meant to be a part of this journey. So your future self is just saying, don't have any regrets about this situation, about these things that are unfolding for you and not to you. You know, all of these things are happening in just the way that they're meant to. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So with that being said, let's get you some advice and guidance now. Okay, we're going to use this Inquire within deck for you guys. Okay. What advice and guidance does group one's future self have for them? Advice and guidance for group one. Whoa. Hold on. Staying alive. Look at this. It's the sun. Seriously. You're going to shine, you guys. That song might be really important too. It's not just like about staying alive. It's about like really enjoying it. I don't know why. It's not like that's even a song that I like, but it's making me like bounce in my chair and dance. So dancing in your body might be really good energy for you guys to really get things moving, get things driving, you know. You also have I have support. You are very supported by those who really matter. You are also heavily guided by your spirit guides as well. So if you want to connect with them, feel free to do that. You also have content with what I already have. Exactly tapping into that grateful energy, that turkey spirit that we had back here. Give with gratitude and grace. Understanding like this is about being grateful for what you already have, you know, moving forward. And then even more things to be grateful for will start pouring into your life. Seriously. Whoa, that just like flew out aggressively. Inhale, exhale, breathe. I feel like sometimes some of you might be holding your breath. I've just noticed that I started doing that throughout your reading, like holding my breath through certain things, like when I'm shuffling and stuff, and I don't normally do that. So if some of you do that, or certain somebody does that, breathe. You guys, breathe. Oh, something else flipped over. Don't take it all too seriously. Have fun. This is really about you guys having fun and just enjoying your life. Seriously. Seriously. Curiosity. Okay, I keep saying seriously. I'm going to stop doing that. But this card here it's about something that has piqued your curiosity and you're going to go for it. You're going to explore it. I feel like there's something that you want to explore and really take advantage of, especially with this Princess of Pentacles. This is the Page of Pentacles in this deck. I wouldn't be surprised if there is something that you've been very interested in exploring and learning more about and taking seriously, but don't take it too seriously. Don't, you know, don't worry about it if it's not perfect, is what I mean to say. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 1, from your future self and what I'm seeing for you guys. But I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here. And I really enjoyed channeling this for you. Thank you to your future self for allowing me to channel this message for you guys. And yes, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below if this resonated, how you guys liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. So I would love to have you guys over there as well. Thank you, Patreon fam, for all the support and love as well. But yes, thank you guys so much for being here and for all your love and support and generosity. I really appreciate all of you so much, and I cannot wait to do more of these for you. Also, if you want to see anything in particular, let me know. And yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. What's up, group 2? If you chose the French fries or the Unveiling card, this is so beautiful. Welcome to your reading from your future self. I'm so excited to be doing this, you guys. So long overdue. Not long overdue, actually. It's been a good amount of time. But yeah, you guys, my head just started to hurt. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are just waking up, like spiritually, or going through some sort of awakening, rebirth energy. I feel like it's more than just a rebirth though, like a deeper energy than that, ascending of some kind. This kind of like feels like my head right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you feel like your head is exploding. This could be even like tapping into Akashic records type of energy as well. I don't know why when I see whales, sometimes I just really resonate with that energy as far as like deep wisdom, tapping into knowledge that we have no idea where it came from. So Akashic energy, things like that. But yes, as far as this card goes, we will reveal like what it talks about later. But that's just me tapping into your French fry energy, what it can really talk about. You might have been binging on junk food a lot lately, and it's just, I feel like it's important for you to try your best to fuel your body with more healthier type of things, and that might really help to alleviate any type of stress or, you know, body ache type of things that you might be going through and experiencing. But we will tap into this card. This card, and I drew it as far as like what your future self wants you to know. So we will tap into that very soon. But I want to start off with the energy check portion. So this is your future self, the shift, and this is your, no, sorry, this is your present, and this is your future. So we have the raccoon, which is earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn might be significant. Take it as a layer of confirmation, and do not worry if it's not your signs. We have number 54, Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. I love that, actually, that it's to, what do you call them? Are they self-esteem? I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Like small creatures, very similar with the tail, and like I feel like they always like, you know, grab little things. Critters, small critters, I don't know. Your future self energy, we have Camel, which is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And again, don't worry if those are not your signs. 29, giraffe spirit. See the big picture. I also love that. That's really interesting. Similar and similar. This has like a long neck, obviously, and this has a long neck. Not as long as a giraffe, but you know what I mean? And you have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Do you guys like to chatter when you get nervous or something like that? Are you talkative? Or like to fill awkward silences with talking? Totally fine. I like to do that too, but I feel like I'm picking up on that. And the shift between your two energies is 42 tantric journey. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge of wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Which I love this so much. Wow. Okay, you guys. Whew. Oh, right. Group 2. Let's start with your current energy, okay? Your current energy, I feel like you guys are definitely people who are creative and artsy, you know, artsy. Very generous people, of course, and competitive, skilled. I feel like you guys are also fairly confident when it comes to, you know, who you are as far as like, you know, what you do and things like that, the work that you put out there. There's this sense of confidence that you have in your skill set. And not to say that you're confident in necessarily how you carry yourself per se, although you very well could be. I'm just saying like that I don't feel like everybody in this group feels that way about themselves. But at the very least, you're confident in the work that you do and like your creative art type of thing. Tapping into that energy. Knowing your worth and very much understanding at the very least that you are worthy of the things that you are accomplishing and doing things like that. So like, you know what I mean? Like the work that you do and put out there. But as far as like, I guess feeling like, how do I say this, Spirit? Like, I don't feel like you guys are conceited, I guess is the right word. So you have like a very healthy sense of self-esteem and feeling like, you know, confident and worthy is what I should say. And not overly confident, not conceited, not like full of yourself. That's what I mean. So it's that sort of energy, which is amazing. I love that about you guys so much. Nobody likes a conceited person, right? Why do I feel nervous? Like, do you guys get nervous about certain things, like feeling nervous or some sort of anxiety? Do you have like a nervous tic that you do? I feel like I'm picking up on that for somebody, but definitely that kind of energy is coming through. You guys might be very much night owls, also picking up on this raccoon and skunk energy. I wouldn't be surprised too if you really liked smells. Your sense of smell, you might be clairsentient also if you have that type of gift. And I wouldn't be surprised if your vision was terrible. Like, that won't be for all of you. I feel like that's a pretty specific thing. But or you like to wear glasses at least. Something like that. So and I'm only saying that because I just see glasses. Spectacles is particularly the word, but yes. Anyway, going into your energies, just this is I really like this energy and it's so interesting. So hold on. Okay, before I go into this shift, a very interesting energy group too, and I really like it. Like you're like, you have this like cool vibe. Like I want to know more, and it's like mysterious. Like I can't help it. It's like this mysterious, cool vibe, and you got this like artsiness going to you. What is the word that I can't think of though? I'll come back to it. going into your future self energy, tapping into this highly intuitive. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, you're awakening to these gifts, right? Tapping into it. So for some of you, you might be like far more tapped into it than others, whereas some of you might be just like awaking into this. But your future self coming through is like highly intuitive, very much independent, knows who you are and very comfortable with who you are, very like standing tall, and like your head is held high, like has this like very much like, yeah, I know what I've been through, and I've been down in the dumps, and now here I am standing tall, you know. It feels really cool, and like you still maintain this cool vibe, you know, very like worldly, I want to say. So it's even more so this sense of like cool air vibe. I don't know how to explain it, and I wish I could, other than cool. Like I don't have another adjective for you, because I just think of you as like so cool. I want to hear all about your life and your experiences, because obviously everyone's experience is going to be different, but it definitely feels like your work from here to here, it's going to take you places. Like your future self is here, like worldly, traveling, very independent, knowing where they're going and what they're doing, and like exploring new things, and very independent, very resourceful. I feel like you're very resourceful here, but you're even more resourceful here. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, very much tapping into how creative you are now and just taking it up like 10 notches. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a crazy element of evolution as far as like how much you've grown and evolved over this time. And so I'm not really sure how I can further explain without rambling and trying to I don't know, without sounding like a crazy person. I feel like I might be coming off that way. So tapping into the shift that happens between your current and your future self, this tantric journey, it's unlocking hidden knowledge and wisdom. What was I saying? Did I talk about Akashic? Yes, I did. That's awesome. Okay. I love when I get that confirmation. We intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. So I know a lot of people tend to think, at least I did, tend to think tantric is sexual and usually experienced with like a partner, right? However, you can experience this all on your own, and it's not necessarily a sex thing, although it very well could be, right? It's something very sensual and intimate within yourself, and it's a journey that you go on, and I feel like that's something that you're going within yourself to do. And I still think that you're very much a night owl and tapped into the nighttime things, and so I think you thrive during that time, and you're very inspired at that time as well to do your best work. I wouldn't be surprised if you felt very highly connected to the moon and you worked with the moon in terms of like manifesting or just using the power of the moon to your advantage, that sort of a thing. Just being obsessive with the moon, if that, you know, just very connected to it. You have it here as well. And the raccoon is a nighttime, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. It's a night creature, right? Nocturnal creature, excuse me. I don't think skunks are, but it's still very much giving me nighty vibes. And yes, I love this for you guys. Very independent, like I said, and resourceful, thriving off of things. You're very much able to figure things out as you go, especially with the raccoon energy. And the camel obviously holds water in its humps, right? And it can thrive in the desert, and it keeps itself cool, things like that. So this is beautiful energy, you guys. So let's just go into like, what does your future self want you to know as far as like what's happening here. The unveiling card that we have here, this is about sharing your spark with the world, stepping into whatever you have been through or curious about exploring, and really expanding on that, connecting to your creative flow and sharing it with the world, and not being afraid to do that as well. I feel like you're really going on this journey within yourself as you explore this awakening process, exploring who you are, exploring these downloads that you've been getting, and really connecting with that and tapping into that energy and using that to really spark your creativity and your flow, and just bringing that out to the world. I feel like that's what's happening here. I wish I could be more specific, but Spirit's not giving me details because it's going to be different for each of you. Not all of you are going to have the same Akashic downloads, you know, not all of you are going to have these same experiences. So let's get you some messages from what your future self wants you to know. But this is so crazy energy. Like, guys, you guys are like the cool kids. Like, that's the song I'm hearing playing in my head. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. Like, I suck at singing, but you know what I mean? That's the song. So what does group 2's future self want them to know? Whoa. I'll take it if it's one card. Yes. Oh, love it. We have first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is your root chakra. Let's get you one more. What does group 2's future self want them to know? Okay. Number 8, indecision. Got it. And then we're going to get a couple from here as well. What does group 2's future self want them to know? Okay, we have halfway point, meet in the middle, compromise, common ground, reconciliation. And then we have edge of the world, leap into the unknown, calling, courage, taking risks. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna elaborate with these bad boys. Okay, what does group 2's future self want them to know? What does group 2's future self want them to know? 5 of Pentacles, excuse me. What does group 2's future self want them to know? Whoa. 5 of Cups. What does group 2's future self want them to know? Whoa. 3 of Swords. Guys. What is this energy? What does group 2's future self want them to know? 2 of Pentacles. What does group 2's future self want them to know? King of Pentacles. What does group 2's future self want them to know? 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, and the Devil in the back. Group 2. Wow. So, this makes a clearer picture in my head, because I was telling you guys how I was having a hard time tapping into kind of what was happening, because all I could pick up on was your cool vibes, right? Like how cool you are. And I think that's a really big part of what you put on with like the raccoon card when I said you have this mask that you wear. Did I say that? That card kind of talks about how you can sometimes put this mask on, and you know, you only show people what you want to show them, you know, what you want them to see. And I feel like that's kind of what I picked up on. It's just you only showed me what you wanted me to see. And I couldn't go deeper than that. You have this really strong persona about you in which people have a hard time reading you. I think you're very good at putting up that front and that facade. Your future self is like basically coming through to tell you, like, yes, you're doing such an amazing job putting up that front and understanding just how worthy you are and how incredible you are, and just don't forget that you have these experiences that really mold you to be who you are and are going to take you even further if you allow yourself to go there and be vulnerable, if that makes sense. With your first chakra, Archangel Michael coming through, indecision, this card here is your root chakra. It's all about trust, your energy, stability, feeling grounded and safe, this comfort zone that you have. And it's very strong, it's very highlighted, and you're very good at grounding yourself. And your future self wants you to make sure that you stay in that energy. Make sure that if you ever feel like you're losing your grip, or, you know, your head is starting to spin, ground yourself. Really ground yourself. It's very important, especially as you are awakening, and it feels like your head is exploding, like I was talking about earlier. Practice grounding yourself. Imagine roots growing out of your feet. Plant your feet into the ground, and imagine those roots stretching all the way into the crust of the earth in the core and wrapping around. And, you know, if you can, touch trees, put your feet on actual earth surfaces, you know. Obviously, it's going to depend where you live and things like that, but I feel like there's this energy, though, where you have been through some things that have really hurt you, and just, you guys, it makes sense now, honestly. With this raccoon energy and the skunk energy coming out, and the tarot cards, I feel like this group has definitely been abandoned before. Honestly, I'm getting this reference coming through, and it's probably going to sound weird, but I don't care. You know how people like certain french fries, like, some people like soggy, like the soft soggy french fries, and some people like the really crunchy french fries and leave the rest that they don't like in there. I think like you guys are the abandoned french fries. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys deal with abandonment issues, and don't worry, I'm right there with you. I'm holding space for you right now, and I feel you. This is really about you not letting this pain and this trauma and this heartache, don't push it down. You know, don't push it down. Use that as a strength in your art, in your creative work, whether, you know, whether you're a writer, an artist, like an actual like painter or drawing type, any type of creative work that you're putting out there. This is about you using those experiences, using that pain of abandonment, using that grief that you've been having deep down within you to really really embolden your art, your your creativities, you know. And rather than seeing it as a weakness or as a spot that you don't want to touch, that's going to really translate in your artwork, in like, as far as like fueling that passion behind it. People are going to feel it in your creative works, this pain, and allow yourself to process it and feel it. And I feel like there's so much unprocessed grief and heartache that you have to feel, and allow yourself to go there. I feel like there's a part of you that does not want to go there and hasn't made this decision to do so, and your future self really wants to tell you, like, it's okay for you to share it. It's okay to share this part and expand on it, and know that you have what it takes to pursue it and handle it. You know, as long as you prioritize your self-care and your self-love, compromise, have this common ground, and reconcile, not with the people who have done you wrong necessarily, but with yourself. You know, allow yourself to heal and forgive yourself for anything that you might be feeling like is your fault, because it's not your fault. You know, don't blame yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's just understanding like you are worthy. You understand that you are worthy, but understand that you are not the one to blame. You are worthy of this healing and this compassion towards yourself, understanding that this is the unknown part of you that you have been feeling called towards, and have this courage and take this risk because it will be worth it. I feel like this King of Pentacles energy is your future self saying like, hey, when you do this, this amazing thing can happen in which you'll feel this stability, this abundance coming through, and we're going to create this life that you have been envisioning. And it's just about you understanding that we need to connect with this part of us and take this leap of faith into the unknown, make this decision that we've been like so antsy to not make, and allow ourselves to go there and really rethink this strategy. You know, we thought we were only revealing to the world what we really wanted to and not all the cards, but now it's time to rethink this and start being more authentic and real and true to the whole world. You know, really visiting our shadow side and coming to terms with what has happened and allowing ourselves to experience this love and this shadow work that we are going through. You know, this awakening is happening, and it's about us going to the deep dark depths of our soul. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's just going to be such a beautiful unfolding of your story and of your journey. And I think that your future self really just is coming through so strongly to tell you like, imagine, I don't know what that is, but it's coming through and saying that. And oh, look at that behind that is the Queen of Cups. Like, just nurture yourself and be gentle with yourself, and don't beat yourself up through this process, and understand that, you know, it'll be worth it in the end. You know, be gentle, take it day by day, and you've got what it takes like to make this happen. And it's going to be such a beautiful thing, you know, with this unveiling. It's unveiling to the world this wisdom and this knowledge that you have, as well as your experiences. And it's just this creative spark that's going to make magic. So let's finish off now with advice and guidance from your future self to you. So that is a beautiful energy, and I feel like it's so good. So advice and guidance for group 2, please. If I can pick the card up. Curiosity, yeah. It's piquing your curiosity. Share it with the world. It's a spark. I have support. Oh my gosh, yes, you do. You totally do. You have the support of your future self, your higher self, and your guides. Be gentle with yourself. What was I just saying? Seriously? Wow. That was almost crazy. Okay. Make the best of it. Hold on. And you will make the best of it, because you've come this far. And you didn't come this far just to come this far. Group 2. Seriously. One more. We have don't take it all too seriously. That came out for the other group too. So just allow yourself to enjoy the process. Allow yourself to really, you know, do your best the way that you do it. You know, there's no formula to this healing process or the shadow work. It's just about you doing it your way and what feels right for you. And have fun along the way. Don't take it so seriously. And it says on the back of the deck, yes, you can. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 2, from your future self. And I hope that this was helpful for you guys. And if it was, please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below and let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be dropping my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And yes, thank you guys so much, Patreon fam, for your support and love. And thank you guys for being here as well, for subscribing and being here every time I post. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching. And I appreciate you all. And thank you guys. I can't thank you enough. So thank you. And I'll see you soon. What's up, day 3? If you chose the pizza or Akashic Waters, welcome to your reading. This card is going to be for later. This was pulled to ask what your future self wants you to know, so I will channel this later. But as far as like your pizza, I could smell fruity smells. I'm not really good at deciphering what this smell in particular is, so I want to say it's like fruity or like a bubble gum, maybe a berry, something. It's sweet smelling, but I'm also, and it's not my candle smells, this is gardenia, by the way. I don't know if indoor playgrounds are a thing for you or a memory in particular, but I'm being shown, like, I don't know if any of you remember Discovery Zone. I might be showing my age, wow, but back in the day, you know, there was this indoor playground place that you could go to, and it was like really fun and you felt like really free, but at the same time, you know, because you could like roam around and do your thing. And but I'm being called to like this one time when like there's always this one kid, right? Whenever there's always like that one kid who will like block your way when you're going through the playground, you know, or that there's like a inside maze thing, and they will block the entire way so that nobody can go through and go down the slide or whatever. And so I don't know if anybody was like really bullied in particular and that took a toll on you. But yeah, I feel like that's being brought to my attention here, and I don't know why. Maybe it has the pizza thing. Let's just get more information here. I have your energy check here. So we have 1, 2, this is your current shift, and then you had 2 cards come out for your future, so we'll tap in. We have the Phoenix. Oh, I like that. This is a spirit card. Oh, I like that too. Butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Number 11. Okay. Wow. And then you have fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, guys. I love this a lot, actually. And your future, we have Buffalo, which is Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn might be significant. Don't worry if it's not your signs, though. And you have Unicorn, which is also a spirit card. And then you have 66, White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. And Death, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Wow. Okay. And then the shift, we have number 8. Wow. Alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Wow, you guys. This is powerful energy here. Hold on. Wow, okay. Definitely, I feel like that bullying thing makes sense if you guys resonate with it. Your current self, let's go there first. Phoenix, butterfly, fear. really about you guys stepping into your power. I feel like this is about your transformation of your past energy and understanding that now you are freeing yourself from any suffering that you have experienced, any pain, any fear and doubt and anxiety. I feel like, of course, you're going to carry those things with you throughout your life, but I feel like it's now freeing yourself of anything that's been holding you back and just really rising up, you know, rising above it and understanding that you have the power within you to overcome all of these things, to, you know, take back your power and do what it is that you set out to do. And for all of you, it's going to be very different because we don't have the same desires in this group, and it's going to be all very different. Just like a pizza, we don't all have the same, you know, favorite toppings. Some of us like pineapple on pizza, and some of us think that's disgusting. But it's different, right? Everybody has their own things that they like and they want. So with your current energy, I just feel like this is really about you tapping into yourself and finally seeing yourself for who you truly are and stepping into that light, stepping into that power, spreading your wings and really flying. And it's such a beautiful transformation. It's such a beautiful energy coming in to this light. While you do have some fears going into this because it's unknown and this is new energy, this is a new territory, you know, you're testing it, you're testing the waters, and you're moving forward with love. Not just love for, you know, other people, but like mostly love for you. You know, you love yourself wholeheartedly and you're understanding that you're worthy of all the things, and that is why you're doing what you're doing. That's why you're experiencing this transformation. You're alchemizing all of these things. I feel like you're already tapping in so much towards shifting towards this future self. Like, this future self is not that far away from you. I feel like I could confidently say that, versus like the other groups, I don't know that I could have, I can't, I never talked about a timeline as far as like how far. That's so interesting that we have the Akashic Waters card as well, which I will get into. But basically, your future self with the buffalo and the unicorn, the white raven spirit. I really love how you have double numbers on both sides. 11 is obviously a master number about yourself, new beginnings, your potential, inspiration, your gifts, things like that, tapping into all of that and you transforming into all of these things. But also with the 66, that's for me, is reiterating love. You know, 6 is a number of love, a number of harmony, a number of cooperation and things like that. So I feel like that's very much you coming into this energy in your future self, and it's saying trust in the magic. Yeah, alchemy, magic, unicorn, magic. It's crazy. But it's like what I like to say here, you know, we all have magic inside of us, and it's just about tapping into it and allowing it to shine through, you know. With this unicorn card, it's about connecting to your higher power and to the divine. You know, you're going to start opening up this third eye chakra of yours, tapping into this intuitive side and really understanding that you have these gifts, these psychic abilities that you can really tap into should you want to go there. You know, same with the buffalo. It's understanding like, you know, there's so much magic around you, and I feel like you are so grounded yet so spiritual. You know, you understand that there's a balancing practicality and spirituality. There's like a moonology card that I use, and that comes out in one of the decks that I use, the moonology deck, that says that as well. So it's balancing those two things. I feel like you're very good at doing that, and I love how both of these animals that came out have horns. So it's very interesting too. I feel like you guys are very connected to a higher power. It's like these antennas, you know, like that are very connected to the divine and the higher power. So I love that for you guys. Also, with this death card coming out in your future self side, this is understanding too that, you know, I feel like you're evolved so much in your future self that you don't see endings as necessarily a sad thing or a bad thing. Now you understand that things have to end so that beginnings can happen. These are all parts of cycles, and you've become so evolved to understanding that yes, some endings are sad, of course, and you grieve them and you feel them and you move on. But it's like you don't dwell in it anymore. I feel like you move on and you understand, like, it has to happen because something better. You're very trusting of the magic that's coming your way, of the things that are unfolding, whether you see it or not. I feel like you're very trusting in the magic that's happening and coming towards you. And the shift that really happens is that, you know, I really think that you just start believing in the power that is within you and around you, you know, embracing this magic that we have and seeing the potential within yourself and understanding that nobody but you can really ignite that potential. Nobody but you can really allow it to come out and flow and just tap into it. And nobody but you can go after what it is that you truly desire. You know, no one's going to go and get that bag for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you want this particular manifestation to come through, you need to take the inspired action towards it and make it happen. And so you're going to understand that these miracles are coming towards you for a reason. You're going through these rebirth processes for a reason. And rather than you shutting down completely and letting these fears overtake you and these hardships overtake you, you're instead embracing the magic and embracing the hardships, embracing the hurt, and you're allowing them to make you so much stronger and so much wiser and moving forward in that. And that's what makes you so much more powerful. And it's just such a beautiful energy, you guys. But yeah, moving into your Akashic Waters card, what your future self wants you to know. This card is really about you guys accessing your soul book, right? It's you being in this state of being open to receiving downloads and accessing the things, the knowledge that you might not necessarily be aware of or know where it's coming from. It's all the things that you've experienced in other lifetimes and other realms that you don't even realize, you know, understanding that you have the ability to do that now, and you can work with your dreams if you want to get those downloads. You know, be intentional, have a dream book, things like that, because you might get these downloads in your dreams. You might just randomly get them and want to write them down so you don't forget. But yeah, just being really open to the magic that's all within you and understanding it. If a random thought pops into your head at a certain time, like, go ahead and look it up and Google it. Maybe you're meant to explore it. So let's see, what does your future self want you to know? You might be feeling called to work with the water as well. That's too many. What does your future self want you to know? I guess I could have took both. Okay, we're going to take community. Okay, one more. What does your future self want you to know? Oh, guys, we have action. I love that. I'm going to get 2 from here. Oh. What does your future self want you to know? Group 3. What does group 3's future self want them to know? We have energy field. Get back what you put into the universe. Manifestation, attraction, momentum. Yes. What does group 3's future self want them to know? We have campfire circle. Create deep and magical connections, relationships, bonding, community. Wow. Okay. Guys, you have that coming out twice in 2 different decks. That's crazy. So, all right, what does group 3's future self want them to know? What does group 3's future self want them to know? What does group three's future self want them to know? Oh, we have the Nine of Swords. What does group three's future self want them to know? Whoa. Queen of Wands. What does group three's... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. What does group three's future self want them to know? Whoa. Okay, Five of Pentacles reversed. Group three's future self. Hold on. Oh my gosh, just made it messier. Hold on. Temperance. We had one more flip. Let me just fix this. Where'd it go? We had two flip. Guys. Is that more cards than I wanted? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. But it's okay. Let me make sure we're all in the frame. Okay. Guys. Okay. Can we see everything? Okay. Group three, you guys are definitely building a community around you, or at least calling in your soul tribe, if not both. I wouldn't be surprised if it was both, to be honest with you. You guys are going to be thriving in that community at the very least. Oh, there's so many messages that I want to talk about. Where do I want to go? Okay. Let's talk about the community thing first, because I feel like you guys I feel like have been hurt in the past because you've wanted this sense of community from somewhere, a group of people, for so long in your life that you've searched for it in so many different places and have not been able to get it. You know, you've always felt misplaced or out of place in some sort of way, like you didn't completely fit in, or you had to be a certain way to fit in, and it just was never really you. And so I feel like when it comes to this community coming through, not only are you cultivating a community that is truly who you are and authentic to who you are, you're attracting the people to you who really understand your vibe, who really get you, who really are like-minded and love the same things that you do and love you for who you are. You know, it's just truly this community, this family, this soul tribe that you have been waiting for so long. This is something that you've been manifesting, and I cannot even tell you how much I can relate to this. Wanting to have this sense of community and feel like you're at home with people who are not necessarily your blood relatives or your co-workers or your it could even be your coworkers, to be honest with you, or your like significant other, maybe, you know, having this sense of community where you truly feel like you belong, or like you fit in, or people like just accept you for who you are. There's no other feeling like it. And I feel like I'm still navigating these waters alongside with you, and this is happening, this is coming through for you guys. And I feel like you guys have experienced, not necessarily, maybe we talked about the bullying thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if you've experienced bullying all throughout your life because you were different from other people, or people just didn't understand you, or thought you were weird or whatever, didn't understand why you liked certain things, you know, maybe they didn't understand why you were into Harry Potter or were spiritual, you know, well, screw them. But feeling like you never fit in, and that really broke your heart, and that really hurt you, and just in the worst way. And that's their fucking loss, you guys. Seriously, their loss, you know? They don't need to come to our pizza party. But you guys are really building a sense of community, having your soul tribe come in, and it's such a beautiful energy. They're going to welcome you with open arms, and they're so happy and greeting you here, and it's just this amazing energy, you guys. So much balance and self-love and just reciprocated energy coming through in this part of your reading, that your future self is telling you to just trust the process and embrace. Keep taking this inspired action towards the things that you're manifesting, because it's happening, it's unfolding. Trust the process. Keep being you and shining and being authentically who you are, because you're attracting the right people toward you. This is what you have been waiting for, and it is worth it. It is so, so worth it. This energy field, get back what you put into the universe. Manifestation, attraction, momentum. It's happening. It's happening, guys. So, so much happening. Action and Chariot. These are like pretty much the same thing. Taking that inspired action and moving forward, and you're going forward towards victory, success in whatever it is that you put your mind to, whatever this endeavor is, whatever this endeavor is. And I'm not saying that there aren't some lingering fears and self-doubts and anxieties moving forward. Of course there will be. We're human, you know, unfortunately. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, you know. And we're going to work through it. Will we lose sleep over it? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll work through it, and we will trust that, you know, things are happening just the way that it should, and these fears are normal, and we got this. We got this. Trust me, we got this. You are so strong. This strength card is coming in. It's allowing yourself to understand that you are worthy of all of these things. You are worthy, and you are so deserving of all of this love and compassion, the strength, the abundance, prosperity, the opportunities that are coming your way. You're so worthy of it. You're attracting it towards you with this Queen of Wands energy and this King of Wands energy. You're graduating to this King of Wands energy, and it's just trusting that process, you know, understanding that you have what it takes. You got it. Have this Leo energy shining through, in which you are going to embody that confidence and shining through and step into your light, you know. Be courageous. I'm just being shown Gryffindor symbols from this lion card. Be bold and brave and courageous, and stand in your power and be authentic to who you are. Don't let yourself be afraid to shine. Your future self, maybe your higher self too, but your future self definitely wants you to know that these good things are coming towards you. You just have to trust the process and keep taking this inspired action. Don't sit down and lie down. Don't. You got it. I mean, of course, give yourself the self-care and take a rest when you need it, but keep moving forward. Keep taking this inspired action, because you're doing the right things, moving forward and doing all of these transformation things and pushing yourself and doing all of that. So let's finish off now with advice and guidance, because this is such a beautiful message coming through from your future self. Alchemizing, giving yourself this self-love, making sure you're in balance and in alignment with what you need, and reciprocated energy. You know, if people aren't reciprocating the energy, goodbye. Okay, advice and guidance for group 3. Drink water, you guys. My throat hurts because it's dry. Drink water. You are always shifting. Yes, you are. This is about your growth and your transformation. Don't think that you have to just transform once and you're done. It's not one and done. You are always growing and you're always shifting, you know. You are like a diamond, multifaceted and beautiful. Reflect. Yeah, take some time to reflect on just how far you've come. You know, you've come so far. Be proud of that. Reflect on whenever you feel like you're having a low or shitty day. and like you aren't accomplishing much, reflect on just how far you've come, because you'll be amazed. And you can be proud of that. Whoa. Rest. Exactly. Give yourself some time to rest. And hold on. When you least expect, that flipped out in a separate area, so I will take that. So I feel like something lucky will happen in divine timing. We also have deep intuition, so I feel like your intuition is definitely developing. Like I said, with this unicorn card opening up, definitely that third eye. Let it flow, let it grow, you guys. Definitely. Encanto might be a significant movie because I am hearing the song that they play at the end. But yes, let it flow. If you need to heal, if you need to cry it out, let it flow, let it grow, because you need to release some things and let things flow to you and out of you, all of the things. So yes, that is where I'm going to leave your reading group 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below. Let me know how you guys liked it. Leave a pizza emoji so I know you're from group 3. And yes, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. Thank you, Patreon fam, for the extra support. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and being here as well. I love and appreciate all of you so much. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye. That's that clue 4 if you chose the cheeseburger or the source card, which is so freaking beautiful, by the way. I think she's also doing a journal with this particular artwork as well. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to put your cheeseburger here, which actually I'm going to have to do it like that so he doesn't roll away. But this card was drawn for you. What does your future self want you to know? So I will be channeling it a little bit later in your reading. But as far as like your cheeseburger, I'm hearing the song Emotions by Destiny's Child. I know it's a cover song, but I don't know who sings the original. So I don't know if that's a significant song for you. Emotions. That's your current shift and future. Okay. Let's move into this section here. I feel like Shrek, you have a lot of layers to you guys. I'm peeling back the layers here. So let's dig in. There's not a lot of things coming in right this second. Vulture, which is an air card. So Gemini, Aquarius, Libra might be significant. Don't worry if it's not though. We have 15, Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. Love this for you guys as well. This card reminds me of like the Empress card for some reason. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I love that too. I like the orangey warmth on this side. And your future cards, we have Spider, which is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, don't worry if it's not your signs. It's just there for confirmation if you need it. 1, Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. And Envy, I am the same as everybody but with different challenges. Okay, let me adjust this 1 second. Okay, that's better. And then the shift is number 35, Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Wow. Okay. Okay, you guys. So, wow. Okay. Starting with your current energy, it feels like you guys are doing a lot of like cleansing, purifying your life, and just clearing out anything that is not serving you anymore, toxic relationships, anything that's bad for you. You might be cleaning up your diet even, but for a lot of you, this has a lot to do with like people, places, you know, like maybe certain jobs are not in alignment with who you are anymore, and you're kind of waking up to that energy of like, if it's not for me, I'm walking away from it, or I'm cutting it off, or I'm leaving it behind. If it's like dead, you know, I'm leaving it behind. This energy of like purifying your life and purifying your soul. It's this rebalancing energy, and like really feeling kind of this responsibility to yourself to go within and like purify, cleanse, get rid of the energy that's like dead weight, you know. With this cow spirit, like I said, it makes me feel like a little bit like the Empress energy, with just how it's depicted. But it says the miracles are endless, and understanding that, you know, you are worthy of this miracle energy. You're worthy of experiencing it because you see other people experiencing it, excuse me. And but when I see this denial card coming out as well, it's almost as if like you have been closed off to it for a long time, closed off to the idea. You might have been like a pessimist for a long time, in which you felt like you were not worthy of certain things, like, oh, that those kinds of things don't happen for me. I never get that. That never happens for me. Lucky you. I never get that. You know, it's like this glass half empty type of energy. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up on. Very much like in denial that good things can happen to you. It only happens to other people, or like, you know, kind of like that. And it feels like with the vulture card coming out here, you're trying to shift things and be different, or do things differently and view things differently, so that you understand that, you know, when you carry yourself a certain way, you attract things into your life. You know, if you say you only attract, you know, shitty situations, you're going to attract more shitty situations. You know, if you always see the glass as half empty, you're always going to view it that way versus half full. You know, that's just how it is. It's perception right here. And so I do feel like you're very close to moving into this energy of your future self, meaning that there's an important message coming through from your near future that needs to happen, and we'll get into that, because you have this source card coming out also from your future self as far as that goes. But let me tap into this before I get there and get way ahead of myself. But just understanding that, you know, when we feel like we've been robbed of certain experiences, especially in our childhood, like, oh, you're lucky you had that kind of mom, or you're lucky you had that kind of dad, and like comparing experiences and like having this envious energy, like being in denial that you were not able to have that kind of experience because of XYZ, making excuses, and understanding that you have the power and ability to rewrite your own story. Like, I'm not saying you can change the past, but what I am saying is that you can stop telling that story because it doesn't matter, you know? Stop telling that story because you're dwelling on it, and it's getting drilled into your head, and it's like perpetuating this energy of like, I didn't get this experience and it's making me this way. You know, stop saying that. Stop giving yourself that experience. Stop saying that it's because of that I'm like this. Rewrite the story in which you are empowering yourself from those experiences. You know, I didn't get that, but because of that, I'm like this. You know, I didn't have a mom who nurtured me and gave me all the love, but because of that, I'm much stronger. I'm much more braver. I can push myself to do the things that I want to do because I want to show that person that they missed out, that I'm so much better without them, that I was able to do XYZ because I wanted to show that I don't need them to experience and accomplish the things that I want to do, you know? the lack thereof does not mean that you are less than. Does that make sense? So it's like rewriting that story and understanding that you have the power and the ability to do that. And I know it's easier said than done. It's going to take some time, but it's just your future self is kind of coming through and saying, like, you are in denial of telling yourself that that story can be rewritten, and you have the power and the ability to do so. Moving into this spider ant energy, this is really about you guys, you know, creating abundance and prosperity, really trusting the process over results and starting to really appreciate things for all that you have rather than looking at the lack, you know, shifting your perspective on things, looking at all the things that you have, like I said, versus all the things that you don't, going from lack to abundant mindset. And when you look at like the spider and the ant, these are both small creatures that they are small but mighty. They can accomplish so much. Like the ant can actually lift, like, what is it, 75 times its weight. I might be wrong on the number, but you get the gist. And it's really just about, once you shift that perspective of yours and that energy, people are going to flock to collaborate with you. Not just people, but also the universe. You know, the energy that you bring, it really makes a huge difference. And by thus shifting your perspective and your energy, you will be able to create, like I said, that abundance, that prosperity that you've been wanting and manifesting, and understanding that, you know, you are the same as everyone else, and you just have different challenges. You know, you don't see what everyone else is suffering through. You know, social media plays a huge role in how people are so misconstrued as far as like their life is so perfect and rainbows and butterflies, because people only show what they want to show you. You know, they only show you the highlight reel of their lives. They're not going to show you all the shit that they go through, because they don't want you to know what they go through. They don't want you to see their suffering. They don't want you to know if their credit score sucks or if they have debt piling up that they can't handle. They're only going to show you the good things that are happening. And that's how this works. And I feel like if you guys are here, you guys understand like how the law of manifestation and attraction works. When you are in the energy of like, I have so much to be grateful for, I'm so blessed, you have more and more things coming into your life to be grateful for, and so many more blessings coming into your life, versus like, oh my gosh, this shit sucks, this shitty thing happened to me, why does this always happen to me? More and more times, time and time again, it's going to keep happening, or shitty things keep happening. It's because you're in that mindset, in that energy of like, bad things happen to me, keeps happening to me. Why does it keep happening to me? Because you keep looking at it and you keep attracting it towards you. It makes a big difference, honestly. And I feel like if you're watching this, if you're here on my channel, if you're spiritual in any way, you kind of understand that. So it's about you making this perception shift and understanding like, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I feel like it's a small adjustment that you can make and you will make. And you're in denial a little bit of like you having this perception and you having these little like parts of you that thinks that way. And I feel like that's the only part that's kind of hard, because you're in denial that you are like this. You know what I'm saying? So your future self is like, here, you know, you really need to look at it and maybe write things down every morning, 5 things you're grateful for, and start your day off that way. Say 5 affirmations after that and you're good to go. You know what I mean? And practice that on a daily basis, and it'll really start to shift how you start your day off. Honestly, I think that'll make a huge difference. But yes, moving into this energy, it's just about you spinning a web and creating the life that you want to live, and thus creating an abundant life at that, a prosperous life. And yeah, you guys, with this source card, what your future self wants you to know, though, it's really just about you tapping into your power, your subconscious power, and yourself. This tuning into your strength, your intuitive strength at that, and understanding that you have magic. You know, we all have magic within us, and we all have this strength and power within us. And it's about us tapping into that and understanding that there's an infinite amount of this power and strength and possibility and magic that we can draw from and create from and do all the things that we wish to do And it's just about us understanding that and being able to tap into this energy and know that we have whatever it takes to do whatever we want to accomplish. And it's just an incredible energy once we tap into it and hone into it. This is a powerful card for you guys to have coming out for you, and it's understanding that you have the power within you. It's just about you tapping into it and really allowing yourself to go there, allowing yourself to understand that you are worthy of all of the things and you can create this. You have the ability to do it. It's just about you taking the inspired action and doing it. And I feel like some of you are like, I do take the inspired action, I do this and I do that, but obviously certain things are not working because something's not wrong. We have to figure out what it is that needs to happen so that we can make it work and click and do all the things, because obviously something's not clicking, right? So I feel like a lot of you really need to get honest with yourselves, because the denial card is coming out and the envy card is coming out. It's you being truly happy for other people and not being envious, and also being really honest with yourselves as well. So keep that in mind. I feel like your future self is coming through and saying, like, listen, we are so close. We are so close. Just listen. Okay. What does group 4's future self want them to know? We have patience, number 16. What does group 4's future self want them to know? Angel of balance reversed. Okay. That makes sense. And I totally move that. Okay. Let's get a couple from here. What does group 4's future self, excuse me, want them to know? We have Rainbow Road. You are on the right path. Higher self, alignment, authenticity. Maybe that's why I said that. What does group 4's future self want them to know? What does group 4's future self want them to know? What does group 4's future self want them to know? Puppet show stage. Acts can't go on forever. Manipulation, falseness, control. Okay, makes sense. And let's get tarot for clarity. Okay, what does group 4's future self want them to know? I love this deck, by the way. What does group 4's future self want them to know? Oh, I dropped it on the ground. Hold on. Oh, that's upright. We have the Fool. We also have the King of Swords reversed. The 7 of Cups. What does group 4's future self want them to know? What does group 4's future self want them to know? The Chariot reversed. What does group 4's future self want them to know? 2 of Wands reversed, and one more. Knight of Wands reversed. Okay. And the 2 of Swords is at the back. Okay, you guys. Don't worry about reversals, okay? Alright. That's as cute as it's gonna get. Okay. So basically, your future self is here to tell you, you need to be patient, you guys. I feel like you guys have a hard time being patient, and I can feel you rolling your eyes and saying, girl, Carissa, I am patient. But you need to be a little more patient. There's something out of balance with you guys as far as like your energy goes, and I feel like you guys are rolling your eyes again, saying, duh, that's why I'm here, but what is it? Trying to figure that out for you. Honestly, it has a lot to do with you guys coming to terms with lying to yourself. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, with this puppet show stage coming out right here, it says acts can't go on forever, manipulation, falseness, control. It's about you going from that puppet show to this rainbow road. You are on the right path, higher self alignment, authenticity. Cut the rest of those strings off as far as you being that puppet, and go on this path, continue on this path, because I feel like you've started on this path, and it's about like you letting go of this control, allowing yourself to surrender to what's happening and surrender to the universe, surrender to the journey, because I feel like there's so much that you try to maintain control over, and so much that you like need to know what's going on, need to know this, need to know that, and try to manipulate the situation so that, and I don't like to use the word manipulate because there's so many negative connotations to it, but what I mean is like you try to ensure that you know how the situation is going to pan out before you do it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to navigate and make sure that it goes the way that you know it's going to go before you do it. And it's like you're not going to make that choice until you know it's the right one. And like it's like I'm not sure I want to make that choice anymore because it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It feels like you're stuck and you want to go back and choose a different one, the different opportunity, because you feel like it's not panning out, it's not working for you, and you don't see a future in it right now. And your future self is saying like this frustration, though it's warranted, you're just getting impatient. You know, you feel like you made the wrong decision and you can't make up your mind, but in reality it is because you have this strong inability to really align yourself and see the potential in your own magic and in yourself and in your own abilities, that you feel like you're not worthy, like you feel like you can't do certain things. And I feel like that's the story that you say, I can't do this because I don't have time, I can't do this because of this, I can't do this because I don't have money, I can't do this because of XYZ, and you keep making excuses, and your future self is saying, stop making those excuses, be quiet and just go. If this is what you really want, you need to make the effort and really put your nose to the grindstone. Be patient, more patient. Really come into balance and align with what your heart and soul truly desires. And this part of you that says, I don't know what I really want, I don't know what I desire, it's because you keep changing your mind. It's because you're not in alignment, you're not quieting the chatter in your head, and you're allowing your fears and your anxieties, this denial, this envy that you have with what everybody else has. I want my life to look like that, I want my life to look like this. That's not going to fulfill you. You need to go really hard and look deep within yourself and drive deep down and look, what do I want? Go so deep and so hard. Why do I want it? Why do I want it? Until you can't answer why anymore. Go down so deep so that that reason why motivates you so hard that you don't have an excuse to not do it. You know, I don't have time. Do you really not have time? How long are you being a vegetable, scrolling on social media, watching funny TikToks? You know, honestly, I mean, there are times where you need to decompress and have balance in your life, but how often are you doing that? How often are you dedicated to this goal that you have, this manifestation that you have that you really want, you know, versus you complaining about it not happening and not panning out because you're not spending enough time on it, you know? You're not spending enough dedication and hard work. It takes so much time to make something spark and passion and happen that you think it's going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight. You need to recognize that, and anything that does happen overnight, chances are it's not going to be sustainable. You know, it's trusting the process and being this carefree individual in which you go forward with this mindset that you can do whatever it is. Be naive a little bit, be a little carefree, go forward with this this full energy in which I can do anything I put my mind to, and I don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks or says or how stupid I might look doing it. I'm going to do it until I succeed, because this is what I really want and what I really desire, and where I'm going to take my life and go. And I'm going to run with it and roll with it. And I don't care how many people show up and for how long these people show up or don't show up. I'm going to keep going until I hit my mark, and I'm going to go, go, go. That's what it is. So you need to do it. And you have so much energy of patience coming through. You have 16 patience, 7 of cups, 7. That's 2. Patriot. The Chariot, 7. 3 sevens coming through in your reading. That's a number of patience. That's also a number of spirituality, discovery, reflection, going within yourself and really understanding you have what it takes to create this life that you want. It's just about being patient with yourself, being patient with the process. And you've changed your mind so many times with the universe. The universe doesn't know what the fuck you want anymore, because you don't even know what you want anymore. So you really need to sit down and understand that once you make this decision and really go deep within yourself to understand what you want and desire, take this inspired action, make this shift in perception. 35 condensed to 8. Take the action. 8 is a number of movement, action, power. Take that power back and go for it. Put the plans in motion and go, 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 because you have what it takes. You really, really do. And so that is what I'm seeing for you guys right here. Group 4, you literally have all the cards. You have what it takes, and your future self is saying go hard or go home, because you will never be fulfilled unless you actually go for it. And honestly, if you didn't have this Rainbow Road card coming out, if you didn't have the spider and the ant card coming out, I would tell you your future self is like, go home. But no, your future self is saying you have what it takes. You have what it takes. I see your frustration. I know where you are, and I've been where you've been. Now is the time for you to really get honest with yourself. Be patient and keep going. Keep going, because we have this. We are on the right path. Get authentic with who you are and what you want, and you will be just fine. Just keep going. Get disciplined, and you got this. Because we have the spider creating this life of abundance and prosperity, and the ant coming out, in which once you shift that energy and you start going after the things, you're going to attract all the right people towards you to help you along the way. And the universe is going to also co-create with you to make this shit happen. Okay? And like I said, this is the most powerful card I feel like in this entire deck, the Source card. Such a beautiful energy. You guys, we're going to finish off now with advice and guidance from your future self. So advice and guidance for group 4's future self, please. Oh, from group 4's future self, excuse me. Advice and guidance from group 4's future self. It's not a competition. Exactly. Patience. Stop comparing your journey to other people's journeys. Okay? Don't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 24. It's not how it works. See with eyes of love. See yourself with eyes of love. Coming together. It is all coming together. Trust. Trust. It is all coming together. It's okay to feel feelings. Process them. Let them out. Don't hold them back. One more, please. Advice and guidance for group 4. Clarity of mind. You will get this. And if you feel like you need to have it, release your feelings. Release. Have a release. Cry it out in the shower. I feel like if you go out in nature, also really ground yourself and breathe and meditate. I know sometimes that sounds boring, but honestly, let yourself go there. Dance. I feel like moving your body also is going to be really helpful. Like, turn on some music and dance. Move your body and dance. Honestly. Okay? But that's where I'm going to leave your reading group for. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below. Drop a little cheeseburger emoji so I know you're from group 4. And yes, you guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be dropping my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. So thank you, Patreon fam, for being there and the extra support and love. Thank you guys for being here, for subscribing, and always showing me love here. I appreciate you guys so, so much. You have no idea. So I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you see this, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.